Once you've logged in, we're going to add or edit a product in Joomla. You have J2 Store, which is the shopping cart. The unusual thing about J2 Store is it uses articles to display its products. So you go to articles, and you can use search tools to search through the various categories, or if you know the name of the product, you can just put the name in here. So if we wish looking for this squid one here, we can just type in squid, and there we have the different ones. This is 110 by 300. What is this one? To open it, this gives you just a bit of information over here about how many hits, votes and ratings. You don't use votes and ratings, so it's only the hits that you have to really consider at this stage. So you open it up just by clicking on the link, and you have the article open. This here is the Joomla editor itself, and the other one, the other tab here, is the SP Page Builder. In these ones we're just using the Joomla editor. So you would put in information here that you want to appear here. So this information above that red line will appear on this side, and below the red line will appear here. Okay, so that's called a read more link, and it's real simple to put one in. If we went to here and wanted to put one in, we just hit read more, and it's saying that it already has a read more link, so I can't put two in, which is correct. So let's see if I delete that out, and I tried to put the read more link in, and there we go, it's put it in, and that will be underneath the other content. That'll be in the details of the page. So that's all we need to do with that part. The next part is to make sure that we select the right category, and we don't want it featured, and we can put any tags in if we wanted to, but there's none in here. This is in the category called resin. If you click on it, it'll give you all the different categories, and that it's published. That means it'll show on the front end. Next part is we go to the J2 store, and because we're only editing the product, it already knows that it's a simple product, so we want to treat it as a product, yes. This short code over here can be used to pop into an article or something like that you want, where you want this cart to show. So where you want this product to show in just a page or an article or something like that, you would copy this code out, drop it in the page that you want it to show in, and it will show the card in that page. It's called a short code. Is the product visible in the storefront? Yes. The SKU, if it's got a brand or a manufacturer, I don't know, I just put the ones in that I know, and it's taxable, GST. We could add text for the button if we wanted something different, but it's the normal text will show. Pricing, this is where you set the price. If it has an unusual price, so if it's something that's discounted, you click the set prices button, you put the new price in here, and then you tell it create, and then after you've created, it will appear down here, you save it, and then you close it, but we're not doing that here. The pricing calculator is standard. Inventory, yes, we're going to manage the stock. No, we're not going to manage the stock, sorry. So you can put in the quantities. I don't know what the stock quantities are, but if you put the quantities in, you just put them into here, you turn that to yes, and then you allow the person to back order it, and the system will notify the customer. So you can do that way, or you can not allow it, or allow it, or however you want. So we're just going to put that back to no at the moment, and then you can just choose the status, whether it's in stock or out of stock. The images is where you load the images for the product, and all you do is click on the select an image link, and I've got this, it already opens up the product, oh sorry, this is ribbons, so it's in the ribbons folder. Just select whichever one you want. To go up, you just click that, and that will show you all the other products. So you've got labels, and mainly the products, I put them all into this products one. But I mean, you could split that down later on into different things like printers and stuff like that. But anyway, now these two images, the thumbnail and the main image, will be the same, and you can put alt text in if you want it, but you don't really have to. These two the same because one will be used as the thumbnail on the category, and the other one will be used for the main image in the product. You can just select another image by clicking that, same thing happens. It'll go, you select whatever folder you want, select the product you want. If you want more images, you just keep adding and adding and adding as many as you want. Shipping, this is where you put the weights and measurements, and that will appear in the specification, so it'll appear here. That's the shipping information. The system will use the shipping information if it's going to be posted or sent to them, shipped to them. Option is where you set the various options like colours or sizes or whatever it is that you want. You put the options in here. The options, you first have to add the option before you can allocate an individual item to the option. So what I mean is, let's say we've only got colour, or we've got colour and size. So let's just say colour for an example. We're going to add that option. Is it required? That means they have to select either a colour, and we want it required. What we now have to do is save before we can get the options to come up. So let's just do a test with this one. We'll save that, and what you'll now see is that it will have a link here which says set the option values, and when we click on that, it'll open up our values. I know it's still there, but I'll do that again. There we go. So, and these are the different colours. So let's say you want it purple. If it was higher in price or lower in price, you would, select lower in price or whatever, but they're all the same. If it's heavier than the normal item is, and ordering is, do you want it 1, 2, 3, 4? So we just say 0 for the beginning. That means it'll appear first, and then if we wanted turquoise, we would make this 1, and down here we'll go 1, and then if we want yellow, we make that 2, and so on and so on and so on. Just keep adding the options. If there's no option in here that you want, if there's one that's not in here, you'd have to go and create that, but I'll show you how to do that later. Once you finish creating all your options, then you save the changes. I won't do that because this doesn't have any options. So we'd save the changes, and they will appear in the, once I save it, this bit will say it's been saved, and then we can just close it and save the product, and they would stay on the, stay in the same page. Filters is only for the filters that are down the sides of the category. In the list of products in the category, the filters are the things like search, money values and things like that, but you don't have to worry about it. Relations is where you want to add a product that is related to this product. So a cross sell, it will say people who bought this normally bought this or these, and you just keep putting them in. So if there was another squid, you just type SQ, and it says these are the squids that it has. So if you wanted that one to be in there, and whatever else you wanted, you just keep typing. I think something's called ZX. So you just find the ones that you want, and when you save, these two will appear down here, underneath here. It spaces this up and they'll put them down here. Normally you have 4, but we don't want to do that, and apps really nothing to worry about there. So anyway, once you've made all your changes, the other ones, you blog, images and links, options, publishing, configure, permissions, you don't have to worry about any of that whatsoever. Now I didn't change this, I don't think, so I'll just refresh this page. No, I didn't. No, just the same. Okay, so that's just the same, so I'm not going to save it, I'm just going to close it. Every article or everything that you do, if you make a change, you must save and close it. You just can't go away from the screen, because it'll put a lock here, and it puts a lock here which prevents other people from editing the piece of work that you're working on. So you can get it back, unlock it by clicking on it and then saying check in, and it will release that article so that you can work on it, or someone else can work on it. The reason it does that is, obviously, if you're halfway through something and you get called away, someone else can't come in and muck around with your work. If you want to add a new product, so that's editing a product, if we wanted to enter a new one, we would enter it up here, and we just say test. We don't put anything in the alias, it will do it itself, and then we just put in our words, and our read more link, and then any other words that we want underneath, pictures or whatever you want. You just use this like this bar where you can put pictures in and sort of whatever you want. Again, you don't have to worry about any of those. Now we go to the JT store, and as you can see, it's not treated as a product yet. So it says, do you want to treat it as a product? Yes, we do. And it says, what sort of product do you want? All of the products at the moment are simple products. So you just use simple. A variable product is where you might have variable options. So you might say, how can I explain that bit? So let's say you had an option that was, it's hard to explain what I mean. It's an option that's based on another option. I can't think at the moment what. Anyway, configurable one is one that you can configure, so you can change it all around and add this and add that. I want it 20 centimeters long and 10 centimeters wide, or whatever it is. The downloadable one is the one that you might use later on with the products where you've said call for price. All you need to do is grab the file and save it to your system here, like the new system, and make it a downloadable product. That means when they go to the cart, they add it to their cart, it will download to their computer. And a flexible variable is like the variable one, only it's more flexible. Anyway, simple product. So that all the ones at the moment that you have are simple products, and then it will give us this again. So it's put the SKU in it. If it had a brand, we could put the brand. It's taxable. Put in our price. So let's say this one's $100, but we want to discount it to 50. We create it, and there it is. And it's nothing different. So there's no, you don't have to buy a certain amount or whatever. So we save it, and then we close it. Inventory, I'm not going to worry about the inventory. Images, we'll just select an image for a test, and that will do. And the main image will be the same thing. And if you had additional images, shipping, let's say it's 10 centimeters, and you don't have to put anything else. 10 centimeters, 5 centimeters, and it's 2 kilos. Options, we won't worry about options. You already had a look at those. Filters, relations, and apps we don't have to worry about. So we can now go back to content, because I don't think I put it in a category. So we'll pick a category. Let's say we put it in software. So now we can save that. And there's our test product, and it's $50. It was 100, now it's 50. You can open it. Just there it is. And the specifications, 10, 10, 5, 2 kilos. And that's sort of how it works. And you can add it to the cart, you can add it to the wish list. Wish list is really just a bit of muck and rain, but anyway. So back to the article, and if we were finished, we would just save and close, or because we've saved it, we could have just closed it. And let's find it again. And there it is. Let's trash it. We don't need it, so it's gone. Search tools lets you go by a category. Now it won't show anything because I've got test in here, so I've got to remove test and then do it again, and it'll show all the printers and that. You can grab them by this and pull that to wherever you want to sort it. You can sort it by this as well, by hitting one of the up or downs, and you can sort it by the ID. So this is in descending, it's going high to low, and we can sort it from low to high. So, and when at the front end, that's how it will show, from low to high or whatever. I'm still doing the images, so that might take me a little bit longer. But that's basically how the Add and Edit products works. Okay, thank you.